Sometimes premature babies have what's known as intracranial hemorrhage. And this can be a very serious problem in newborn babies. The type of intracranial hemorrhage that they get is usually intraventricular hemorrhage. The brain has spinal fluid that circulates both on the outside of the brain and on the inside of the brain. And one of the places that it circulates inside the brain is the ventricles. The ventricles are these open areas in both sides of the brain. And there's also ventricles that go down into the bottom of the brain. Well, sometimes when babies have intraventricular hemorrhage, instead of having spinal fluid in the ventricles, they have blood. And this can damage the brain, and it can cause long-term problems. Now, as a newborn intensive care specialist, I saw a lot of babies who had this kind of problem. It's not always caused by a problem in terms of taking care of the baby by the doctors who birthed the baby or take care of the baby later. But it can be, especially in a situation where a baby is born prematurely and they really shouldn't have been born prematurely. Because of an error in obstetrical care, babies can be born prematurely and then end up getting intraventricular hemorrhage. When they get these hemorrhages, sometimes it actually damages a large part of the brain, and the babies can go on to be to have difficult problems learning, as well as difficult problems walking and talking, and it can be lifelong problems for the baby. So intraventricular hemorrhage can be a very bad thing for a baby to have. Now, I will also say that sometimes premature babies have small intraventricular hemorrhages, and these are frequently inconsequential to the long-term survival of the baby. But it can happen, and it can be due to medical negligence.